Hey everyone, welcome back and happy Thursday. All right, guys. Well, I wanted to just kind of jump right into this because it looks like Carl Radke from Summer House and Lindsay Hubbard, of course, at the same time, we're getting information about both of them. But he's sharing the six-figure amount that he lost by canceling his wedding to Lindsay. And Lindsay, well, according to Dumois and a few other people, she might actually be getting or going through a breakup. So we're going to jump into that. Before we do, I wanted to let you guys know that we are announcing our first winner today on our Real Housewives of Salt Lake City recap with Ashley from Taste of Reality. Our new CBD company, The Blow Company, we partnered with Rose Forever. So we are giving away 3 bouquets. You guys are going to absolutely love them. Whoever wins, you can just go and pick whichever bouquet and then they'll honor it, which is amazing. But all you have to do is go to theblowcompany.com, pick one of our products at checkout, use code ROSE, and you get 20% off. So, yeah, that's it. Super easy peasy. Now, with that, let's get right into this. Thank you to Reality Blurb. So, apparently, Carl Radke lost 6 figures when he canceled the wedding to Lindsay Hubbard. I kind of thought that something like that would happen because I feel like a lot of these things are deposits and you never know. You don't know how much they're going to cost somebody. But it was during an appearance on Nick Val's podcast. It was this week where he looked back on the end of his relationship with Lindsay and revealed how he learned of her pregnancy. And he also shared his thoughts on her new boyfriend, Turner, which might not actually be her new boyfriend. God, yeah. This is going to be interesting. And he talked about Amanda Batula and Kyle Cook and talking about how he was upset. He said, I wrote statements. I had planned podcast interviews that I canceled. I thought a lot about sharing my side of the story, but it felt to me as a male getting a public platform and trying to defend myself, it just didn't feel right. That's what he said on the Bio Files. So this episode came out yesterday. Although Carl was accused of blindsiding Lindsay with the split, he did insist that he wasn't planning to call it quits when they did. I missed the cancellation for our wedding to get a full refund by 7 days. I wasn't thinking about canceling anything other than trying to get on the same page with her. And had I been about 7 days sooner, I would have saved around $150,000. Holy shit. But that wasn't in my brain. I was just trying to land the plane with her. And if I was smart, I would have done it 2 months prior and saved myself a ton of money, pain, and misery. But after their breakup, Lindsay wasted no time moving on, as we know, because she rekindled with Turner, who was the past romance, and she explained that. But she also announced that she was expecting just a couple months later, and Carl found out about it on social media, and he said, I knew she was seeing someone, and I think shortly after we broke up, she was, from what I understand, dating the country music singer who was going to sing at our wedding, Dustin Lynch, or she had been pursuing him, but it was a shock. It was something that she always wanted. So it was so happy. And I think what really hit me was, damn, that was fast. And I hadn't even had sex with anybody since her. And I'm like, she's already pregnant? Okay. Well, I mean, to be fair, you broke up with her. And while that might seem fast, to her, it might seem, well, everybody's on their own timeline. I think everybody's on their own timeline. We can't sit there and pick that apart, you know? So he's only seen Lindsay's baby in photos online, but he did cross paths with Turner for seeing him at a wedding last year. And he said, I've never met him personally, but Kyle has said to me a few times he seems like a nice guy and treats her well. And that's all that matters. And at the end of season 8, Carl and Lindsay were clearly not in a good place, and understandably so. But when it came to production on season 9, they agreed to appear together for the sake of the series. It's like 2 coworkers who, don't like each other, but they're here for the greater good of the business. I basically was like, congrats, I'm happy for you. And then she was like, yeah, told you I'd be pregnant. And then, God, Carl was asked about the rumors regarding him and the Bachelor alum, Maria. And he said that the claims were not true. But looking back on the long relationship that he had with Lindsay, Carl admitted to regretting not staying sober for longer because before he got into the relationship, he said that the two of them, they did their best to implement the communication skills, and those were the skills that they learned in therapy before splitting. He said how it all transpired, us getting together, it was all destined to be, but I was advised by many people to stay sober for a year, and I did break that rule. I've learned a ton over the last couple of years as a result of this whole thing, and I'm glad I tried to pursue a relationship with her, but I wish I could have handled things differently, and I never wanted to hurt her. Hmm. Okay. Well, I want to hear about this whole relationship situation. My little titty tat right here is giving me she is giving me the worst anxiety right now. Here we go.
Heard that Lindsay and her boyfriend / baby daddy are splitting up.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
What? Tell me what you know.
That's all I can really say at this juncture. But that's what I heard. Yeah.
Wait.
That's all I know. I don't know a reason. I guess things just didn't work out.
Oh my God. That's so sad. For the little babes.
Oh, I know. That's what I said. I know.
Do you think that that's if you had to guess without knowing anything, do you think that's a Lindsay thing or a guy or his thing? You can't say.
I don't know enough about their relationship. I think that the whole thing happened really fast.
Oh my God.
I mean, it happened really fast. Them getting together and her getting pregnant.
Yeah. And sometimes that happens. You get pregnant and then you just try to make it work, but they never moved in together.
Well,
which I find really interesting. When you have a baby together.
Knew.
Yeah, maybe you just kind of know.
Something was askew,
Oh my God, who's she going to end up with? And you have pretty confirmed sources?
I mean, it wasn't from an anonymous email. I'm not reporting this. I'll put it that way. I heard that Lindsay and her boyfriend / baby daddy are splitting up.
Okay. And the thing about Dumois is, yes, well, sometimes I actually interviewed Dumois, and while sometimes it's shit, that's interesting. Could that be true? Could it not? They share a lot of things that end up being really, really true. And we're not done. Sorry to Lindsay Hubbard. Here we go.
Different mindset in the romantic department after my breakup with Carl, right? And I think even though I got pregnant and then now have a baby, I have this mindset that I'm not putting the pressure on the romantic department, and because I have the baby now, that was my ultimate goal. And now I can take my time to make sure that my romantic relationship is compatible and, is going to go the distance. I think that what I learned from my relationship with Carl is that nothing's guaranteed, and especially with men. And even in marriage, it's not guaranteed. So I just, I've said this all throughout my current relationship and all throughout the last year. I'm not thinking about engagement and marriage still right now. I am just living in the present as it comes. Yeah. And if it happens for me, amazing. And if it doesn't, then it wasn't meant to be, but I got my fairy tale.
You were
meant to be her completely different mind.
Okay. She wanted the baby. I have a sister who also, she doesn't want to get married. She wanted to have a baby. She just had a baby, and everybody has different expectations. But I did also want to just add into this really quick. Again, before we go, I want you to chime in on this, but we are giving away our Rose Forever bouquets. There are 3 of them that we're going to be giving away. We're announcing the first winner today on the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City recap. All you have to do is click on the link in the description or pin in the comment section, but you can go to theblowcompany.com and use code ROSE for 20% off. But yeah, I love you guys, and we'll see you next time.